Please.
Well, we talk. I get them. I let them talk.
Oh, okay. Well, definitely, I want anybody that's in the Michigan area, definitely the Metro Detroit area, to check out cargo420.com. See what we have to offer, and we'll bring it right to you. Um, I'll be sponsoring more of what Cargo 420 is going to be doing. We got a lot of giveaways coming up, a lot of raffles. You might not even be a partaker. You might know people that may enjoy this stuff, but the things that they're giving away, they're going to be raffling off a couple Michigan football tickets. They got a whole lot of stuff coming up. They got a lot of stuff popping. Check me out, Freedom Media 1874 on YouTube. I'm definitely here, Freedom Media on apps, and I think these conversations work really well with us. I think we need to continue to have them and grow them as big as we can. Because just like we can have these conversations, they can be had in other areas, and I want to see that happen more so than what's been going on, all the bickering and infighting and things like that. If we're supposed to be on a justice claim and we're supposed to be, methodically working our way to Capitol Hill, we can't do this with all this, or we're over here, we're trying to do it this way, and we're over here, we're trying to do it this way. There's only one way to do it, and it's unified. That's the way we've been slaved. We've been slaved because people have been unified against us.
Agreed.
And we've never tried to just be unified against everybody else, and there's enough people that will come along with that unification. There's power in numbers, there's strength in numbers, but it's just logic in numbers. If we're all on the same page, we're very, very difficult to beat. I don't think we are beatable, but we got to get everybody under that type of thinking. I mean, when you have the government, and the government has literally said in years past, they know what we are. Just go to Biden on election night, thanking us because we saved his election. Then go back to J. Edgar Hoover saying the biggest threat to American society is the unified Negro.
Yep.
He knows how powerful. He knew how powerful black people were back then. Joe Biden knew how powerful black people were election night, but we have nothing to show for it.
Yeah.
Except Juneteenth as a holiday.
Absolutely.
That's it. All we got to show for it. There's been policy and legislation passed for every faction of people out here. There's people that are acquiring resources on a daily that just washed up on the shores of America, where you got people that fought in 2 wars are living on the street tonight.
Amen.
Tonight.
Real shit.
Absolutely.
Real
on
shit.
2 wars, got married, had kids, got divorced, on the street, no resources, but somebody who swam here is living 3 meals a day, furnished home, kids are about to get ready to go to school, and they call them illegal.
Right.
How you illegal and you getting all them legal benefits, them legal resources?
Yep, that's true. And
you can be
Latino,
illegal and you can eat.
And they got scholarships specifically for Latinos or jobs. They got on the damn application. Latino, non-Hispanic. Why the hell is that even on there? That's the first thing. Why is that the first question you ask me? Like, that tell you right there the job was designed strictly for them. But go ahead, Shannon.
Yeah, I mean, all this stuff is skewered towards. I think they got to get the numbers up. I mean, they don't ask for every nationality. There's not a ton of nationalities that they ask for when you, press 1 for this, press 2 for that, press 3 for whatever. But Latino is one of the top 2 that they ask for. They got to get those numbers up. They got to, they've worked their way into America to the point where they're a prompt.
Yeah.
I mean, why am I pressing 1 for English? I called. I shouldn't have to press anything. If somebody if they can't speak English, then they don't need to be calling on this number.
Right, that's a good point. Yeah.
This is the 1-800-AMERICA number. If you can't speak English, if you not call this number, I shouldn't be interfered because I pressed the wrong fucking digit. Now I got to listen to a whole bunch of shit that I don't understand.
Rochelle said they cannot count money.
I'm now second in this world. In this, I mean, you know, and all the shit that they talk about lifting up from the bottom. If we lift up from the bottom, it affects everybody. If you lift up from the bottom, the people that are on the bottom, it suffocates them.
Mm-hmm.
The people on the bottom get suffocated. We're on the bottom.
Yep.
People that come in here and get resources, they actually rise above us. They'll survive.
Mm.
And the people that got a little bit more paperwork and whatnot, and they got some, they'll be above them.
Absolutely, I agree.
But,
you know what I mean?
But you can't lift from the bottom and expect us to survive. You'll suffocate us. Because if you lift from the bottom, the top doesn't go anywhere. They just have a bigger cushion to fall down on. It's crazy the way that they've got everybody thinking like, oh, if everything gets better for everybody, we'll be good. No, that's not true. If things get better for illegal people, if they don't have enough resources for legal people, how does it get better for you?
Absolutely. I agree. And another thing we need to do or whatever, because I saw Ted's question, he said, whose fault is that we fell for the okie doke? That's a fair enough criticism, Ted. What we need to do now as Black people is make sure our credit is good for starters, make sure we got good credit. And the second thing is invest more of our money into stuff that appreciates and doesn't depreciate over time, and stop giving our money to these motherfuckers like Michael Jordan that don't even give a fuck about Black people. It's cool if you want to watch some Jordans, but overly praising this man, he don't care about you. You know what I mean? Like, this man was told if he can make a shoe for Black people out of cheaper products, he would. That shows you the respect that he has for you. And now, and invest your money properly. Stop prioritizing shopping over and investing or buying a house. So you gotta invest your money, bro. Like,
you gotta invest our money properly.
Yeah,
we gotta invest properly.
You feel me? Like, we gotta invest our money, bro. We waste money like we motherfucking ballers or something like that. You know what I mean? Learn how to cook.
And for the people who can do that, you're right for the people who can do that, but as a collective, we don't have enough money to invest to change our landscape as a collective. Sure. Individually, we might be able to do some things, but that's why reparations is necessary. I mean, literally putting a halt to bullshit and giving us what's owed. We're not asking for anything more. We're just asking for what's owed.
Agreed.
Now,
that's it.
I don't get into all the studies and all that bullshit. I mean, the thing that they've done to us on a detrimental scale, from education to healthcare to lending, you know, to just flat out stealing our money, going back to the Freedmen's Bank, just stealing our money initially. They need to pay. And they need to pay it in today's standards. I don't need 40 acres and a mule anymore. That mule can't do shit for me. And if you're going to give me 40 acres, I needed 40 perked acres that I can build on right now and be able to and actually be able to borrow against it with an interest-free loan, because I shouldn't be paying any interest with all the predatory lending that went on.
Come on.
And for for contracting, to get permits and all that shit, all that shit needs to be waived. See, there's so much shit that Black people deserve out of this whole thing. When they start uncovering stuff, yeah, that's why they say, well, how do we do that? Well, we just have to line it up with what we're looking for.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm not looking for equality. I don't give a fuck about equality. I don't want to be broke like another motherfucker. Right. I need advantage. I want advantage like white people had for 400 plus years. Mm-hmm. They had a head start. Now I'm looking to have a head start. I'm looking at it. All the motherfuckers you bring in here, you can't bring a motherfucker in here and have him be in the race the same way as me.
Right.
He got to
Yeah.
start behind me.
Right. Right.
You know?
Yeah.
In the lunch line, you letting that motherfucker cut right in front of me?
Right.
He can't come in. He can't come in here and get that hot lunch.
Right.
He getting a free lunch. He getting a hot lunch, and he gets to cut in front of me. Oh hell no! But see, who's lobbying for us? The NAACP, they lobby for DACA, but they don't lobby for us. The CDC, they lobby for DACA. They lobby for Stop Asian Hate, but they don't lobby for us.
Right. They want us up out of here. That's why I said we denizens. I don't know if you was on here when I said that. We not citizens, Brother Shannon. We denizens. We can live here, but we don't have no right, no say so to them. Like that is a denizen. When y'all get time, look at the definition of a denizen. That's what we are. We not citizens. And they figure that out long.
Do denizens pay taxes?
They shouldn't. They shouldn't be paying tax. I get that's a great question. They shouldn't be. Yeah. They shouldn't be.
You know, I mean, if there's all these different laws, if there's different things between them and citizens, I want to know the difference and why haven't we abided by that?
Right.
Because I mean, I know that the politicians that have been put in place, I realize why they fall victim. You know, we just haven't had any strong backbone politicians in a long time. Not as a collective.
Right. Yep. It ain't too many
tough, you know?
Dorothy Tillmans walking around. Mm-hmm.
No. I mean, when you had a Coleman Young in Detroit and a Harold Washington in Chicago, and there was Tom Brown in L.A., and then it might have been, Tom Brown? What was it? Tom Bradley in L.A., and Willie Brown. That was 4 major cities, 4 mayors.
Absolutely. But I think it's only one solution. Shannon, only one solution by any means necessary. If we're going to get that reparations, we're going to have to get real strategic with this paperwork, with these lawyers, and we're going to have to get in there. We're going to have to go get some, put them elbow grease up in it. Because I can tell you right now, ain't no regular party politician about to give that courtesy to black people. It's going to have to be by any means. That's just like everything else we got. And when I say by any means necessary, I'm not even talking about guns per se. That's like the backup of the backup of the backup when we can't just, that's the only way left. I'm talking about get strategic. Everything we beat everybody. We beat them with their own game, pen and paper, just like they got us. They got us with contracts. And the operative word, the root word of contract is con. They got us with contract. It's time to flip the script on their ass. That's the best thing to do. But I love to continue this. Tony, next time on your channel, Shannon, because I balance it out because I like people to get their coins too. We might
Absolutely.
What's your schedule like coming up, Shannon? We're going to do a part 2. In part 3, 4, 5, 10.
Just give me a heads up. You got the phone number now, so just give me a heads up, and I'll make it happen whether I'm mobile or not. And I like what you said there. And the big thing for us is we got to stop trying to have all these different damn names.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if we got one justice claim, we got to come together. You know. Mm-hmm. And people fighting, I'm not American, I'm this, I'm that. Look, man, you fight for reparations. If you're owed reparations, step over here. If you're not owed, step over here. If you're an ally.
His signal breaking up.
Oh, yeah, we signal. We
Yeah, he all right. He'll jump back on.
All right. So